Hey guys, Ash here from C4ETech, and we had a few issues with the AshAnswers that we shot yesterday. So I need to just double check on the audio. Is the audio fine? Hey, can somebody tell me if the audio is fine? Oh, hang on. Today, this is going to be a kind of a mess, so if you don't have the patience, don't stick around, because first time I'm doing it live in a public live stream, so just trying to figure things out. So just bear with me for a bit, and we'll get to it. Hang on. Stream options. Okay, man, audio is great. Okay, let's quickly jump into. That's fine. Basic info, cards. Lip sync is delaying. Voice is okay. All right, just give me 1 second. How do I do that? Okay, I'm not able to find this. Okay. Yes. And we've got it. Hey guys, so we're going to be doing AshAnswers live. Sundar is not here, so I'm going to be taking your questions. As always, you can tweet out your questions at C4ETech with the hashtag AshAnswers on Twitter. And yeah, let's jump to AshAnswers live for the first time. And here's the intro. So we're back. I actually rolled an intro once. Kind of happy about that. So let's see. Questions. Let's see. Guys, you're gonna have to tweet out the questions on Twitter. I'm gonna go through the questions right now. Hashtag AshAnswers. So I'm gonna be looking for the hashtag. So start tweeting out. Tweet. Latest. All right. So let's get rid of this now, and I think this should work. Oops, I'm sorry, I rewrote the intro. Okay, that's not it either. I've got it on the wrong place. Okay, how do I do this? Just give me 1 sec, guys. Just trying to figure things out. I'm gonna be getting the screen cap of this, and this should work. Yep, there you go. So where is AshAnswers? Right here. Now let's just LG V20 at 35K. Would you want it more than the OnePlus 3T? If you do, it is a reasonably good option. For the camera, yes, but if that was in priority, if you wanted if you wanted to have assured updates for a lot longer, if you liked, wanted higher storage and whatnot, then yes, the OnePlus 3T would be a better pick. So that's that. Let's now, okay, I need to. So let's see what else. Questions. Should big questions, right? Yep. Should I buy a refurbished OnePlus 3T at 26,000 rupees from Amazon? Should you buy it? A OnePlus 3T, 3,000 bucks, 29, 28. I wouldn't go that. Personally, I wouldn't do that unless there's a huge gain. I wouldn't really go with the refurb. Yeah, not at 26K. Probably not. Unless it was the 128 gig variant. If it were, then yeah, hell yes, go with the 3T, with the refurb, that is. Okay, let's now see what else. Okay, someday is today. Cool, right? How about swag? Let's see. Okay. Big questions, right? Okay. Down. Should I wait for the OnePlus 5 or go with the OnePlus 3T? When are you expecting the release of the OnePlus 5? So guys, there's always a new phone around the corner, and but then 835 phones are coming in, but barring the Galaxy S8, we haven't really been seeing any of the 835 phones. They've been announced, but nothing's solid yet. So the OnePlus 5 might take a few months. So I generally don't suggest people waiting for phones. Hang on. I generally don't suggest people waiting for phones. Uh, if you want a good phone right now, get the 3T. It's still gonna be good. Again, this was part of things that we spoke about yesterday at AshAnswers when we were shooting AshAnswers, and we had some technical issues, so that video didn't go live. So this is what we were talking about. The 8895 or the Snapdragon 835 I've not used, but the Exynos 8895 is not a huge upgrade. Like it is not as huge an upgrade as 810 to 820 was. Uh, so the 3T would still be a good buy if you don't want to wait, that is. Okay, let's see what else. I'm just gonna again, I don't want to pick this. Okay, this is a fun question. Okay, let's quick. Okay, hang on, guys. I'm really sorry. I'm all over the place. Trying. Big. So, how much should I pay for my haircut? See, that's a fun question. I don't know. I guess I paid around $200. Um, okay, now let's roll the prompt. Tweet out your questions, blah blah blah. If you didn't know. Okay, okay, this is not really a question. So here's an interesting one. How are you doing? I'm doing good, buddy. Thanks for asking. Your question is the S8 worth buying, or should you go with the Pixel? Like I just said, it's not a huge jump from the 820 to 835, but still, if you're buying it today for two phones that already exist and that are priced very similarly, I don't see why you'd go with a Pixel, barring the fact that if you really want stock Android, because if I mean, just look at this phone, right? Just look at the display. You know, do I have charge on it? Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, the fingerprint sensor is gonna annoy the crap out of you. Yes, I'd give you that, but this display, it I don't know. I wouldn't buy a Pixel over a S8 today. Um, but maybe that's just me. What do you guys think? Would you buy a Pixel over a S8? What would be your pick? And now I'm just gonna go check out the comments for a bit. Um, Again, for the people who are asking me questions, um, in the comment section, head on over to Twitter and tweet it out. So let's quickly get to another question. Okay. So is the iPhone SE a good buy at 20K leaving screen size? Dude, the only reason you should buy an iPhone SE is if you really want a phone with that size display. Is it a good phone? Probably yes, but unless you don't have a craving for a super compact phone, I can't recommend the iPhone SE. That's just how it is. Okay, I keep forgetting to switch. Okay, you know what? Let's switch back now. Mm-mm-mm. This is an interesting question. Which software are you using and which camera for this live session? And let's actually try something. Oh yeah, see, transitions. So I'm using XSplit Broadcaster, that's the software, and I'm shooting off the Sony a6-300. I'm using the Sigma 1835 f1.8 arc lens with an aperture DEC. So that's my setup. The Zoom H6 is getting you the audio. Next question. Okay. Big questions. OnePlus 5 with 8 gigs of RAM, do you think that makes sense? See, guys, we've always had this question, right? When the Zenfone 2 came out, 4 gigs of RAM, oh my god, isn't that too much for a phone? Do you actually need 4 gigs of RAM on a phone? And again, when the OnePlus 3 came out, 6 gigs of RAM, is that even required on a phone? I am really sorry, I'm a noob with regards to live streaming, so I did not put my phone on silent. I rarely get messages, but then people choose to send me messages right now. So anyway, 6 gigs of RAM wasn't something that we felt we needed, but then again, it's there, it isn't hurting anybody. And likewise, 8 gigs of RAM, we gotta keep moving on with technology, and I really think if the OnePlus 5 or OnePlus 4 or OnePlus 5, that's probably what they're gonna call it, if it comes with 8 gigs of RAM, the least it would do is, just like with 6 gigs of RAM on the OnePlus 3, it would probably give OnePlus a bit of marketing hype, as in throw some interest around the product so that more people would want to at least check it out, and allow them to reach audiences that they might not have otherwise. It's a great headline, like 6 gigs of RAM on a phone, now 8 gigs of RAM. So I wouldn't mind if it had 8 gigs of RAM. All right. Okay, this is interesting. Big questions. Do you watch IPL as of, this is what, 2017, 2016, 2015 I did. I would go back to watching it in 2018, and I guess that would give you an answer on what my favorite team is. Okay. Picking questions. What happened to your recorded AshAnswers? So there was a small glitch where the audio just didn't, as in we have a shotgun mic from the top, and we that's how we record AshAnswers, but that mic failed to record. So we just have the scratch audio from the internal mic, and that's unusable. So it was like 45 minutes, 25 questions. It was fun shooting it, but sadly this is going to be another time, the second time it's happening, where we wouldn't be able to publish that video. So at least this time there were a bunch of awesome people on Twitter who helped me test out and helped me figure out how live streaming works. That's what I was doing in the morning, and thanks to all those who helped, spent your time helping me figure out how this works. So today I thought, why not live stream on YouTube, and let's see how it goes. So you guys tell me if you'd like to see more live streams from us. Probably not AshAnswers, we wouldn't make that live because, well, no, let's just leave it at that. We wouldn't make that live, but maybe other live streaming from time to time. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments below. So let's move on. Okay, let's actually go up. That's been quite a few new questions sent in. Let's check that out. Okay, this is interesting. Big questions. So how is the battery life on the Galaxy S8? So the battery life on the Galaxy S8 is not really bad. When I started using it, I hated it. It was kind of bad, but then after a couple of battery cycles, it's been working great. I haven't had any issues with it, getting through a day on a single charge without issues. I just swapped from the S8 to the S8 Plus last night. The S8 Plus unboxing will go live tomorrow, by the way. So the S8, the battery life is not really bad. Initially I was very, very, very wary about it, but it's more or less on par with other flagships out there. It's not going to compete with the G5 Plus, not a G5 Plus, with a P2 or a Redmi Note 4 or any 625 phone for that matter, but it's not bad at all. So let's check out. Moving on to the next question. Okay, how long have I been live? Can I check that out somewhere? How do I check out? Okay, big questions. So what is the most important part of a tech video? The cinematography, the script, or something else? So for me, the most important part would be everything. See, okay, that's a corny thing to say. Guys, see, the first thing is the technical aspects of it, but then again, you could have the best video, I mean, the best technical knowledge, but if you're just gonna keep repeating yourself over and over again and not have a certain structure to things, it's not really helping people, right? I know we've always heard, do not judge a book by its cover, but then a lot of us do. You know, you look at all those clickbaity thumbnails that do great on YouTube. Why? That's because a lot of people like to judge a book by its cover. So presentation is as important as the content itself, and the content I try to streamline it as much as possible. That's why I script. I could, this whole video is unscripted and you don't see me stuttering. I mean, maybe a little bit. Okay, I do, but I could still pull off a unscripted video. But I prefer to script my videos because I want to keep the content as concise as possible, so that I'm able to not waste your time and get you as much information as possible in as short a while as possible. At the same time, you know, giving you visual content that's visually appealing as well. So that is what I try to do. If I just wanted to go down the, you know, how I used to do it at the start, unscripted unboxings and whatnot, I could easily get through an unboxing in like what, a couple of hours, an hour and a half. But the way I do it, it takes me about a day, like 7-8 hours of continuous work. But then again, that's where the passion part comes in, right? Though monetarily it might not make sense, when it's your passion, when you want to really do something, you know, when you want to be proud of your work, that's how you do it, and that's where it comes from. So that's that, kind of a long answer. Um, uh, okay. What happened to GeekyRanjit and C4ETech collaboration? So we weren't really working on a collaboration this time per se. It was with the winners of the Tech Creator Hunt, and we did get a couple of videos with Arnold from TechGasm and Sagar from TechWorks, and you would be seeing those videos over the coming week. We didn't shoot any videos because it was just a day. I'm sorry, guys. He was here just for a day, and we had to talk to these guys and try to, you know, answer their questions and then shoot videos as well. So it was kind of a tight fit, but hopefully soon we'd have more collabs. It was really great hanging out with Ranjit. You know, we've really been it's been a hectic schedule for both of us for a while, so we've not been able to, you know, talk as much as we usually do, and it was great catching up. So moving on. So what is the circle thing in the background? It's blurred out by camera default. So that is a ring LED. So that's the kind of LED light between when you see those circles in my eyes on some videos. That's because that's what I'm using to light the scene. So that's one of my lights over there. So next up. We've done this one before, but since people still ask, I don't believe in insurance. Insurance is just people ripping you off. I mean, for phones. I'm pretty sure some of you, a few of you, those rare one or two people might have gotten something out of it, but the vast majority of people I see who end up getting insurance shoved on their throats when they buy a phone offline. Uh, Even when they have some issues, it's been a very hectic process to actually get any money out of these insurance companies. So I would just buy a good case like a UAG or a Autobox. I mean, Autobox might be a little too big, but probably a UAG for the phone and being happy with it. So that's that. Okay. Okay, let's just go up and refresh. Got a bunch of new questions. Okay, this is okay. What else? What else could I actually answer? Good Android phone around 30K other than OnePlus. That's the twist, right? The OnePlus 3T would be the obvious answer. But if you want something else, the Oppo F3 Plus is quite decent in that segment. So is the Galaxy C9 Pro, somewhere around there. So those would be options. But me personally, I would pick the OnePlus 3T every single time. Mhm. Uh, Big. Can you put some videos on the HTC Vive? Dude, I don't have a HTC Vive because uh, this area is too small for me to set up an HTC Vive. The Oculus is what I have. It's sitting right there. But again, it's very cumbersome to set up because the area we have is very limited. So we are looking to move to a new place. If we end up doing that, maybe we can come up with some VR coverage. But till then, in this studio, it's just not possible. It's barely possible for us to, you know, when I'm on the Oculus and there's something, I'm just moving my hand around and I hit the wall. I move this way, I hit something, and it's just very weird. I can't put a tripod anywhere around here. So sorry, that would not be possible for now. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on. Mm, okay. Okay, favorite uh, Indian cricketer MS Dhoni currently of amongst active players, otherwise Rahul Dravid, all time. Uh, my favorite S8 Plus color, uh, I actually like the black. It's extremely prone to fingerprints, but then I feel everything would be. The black variants, I mean, here's my black S8 Plus. Uh, it looks great. I really like it, so I'd probably go with the black or maybe the blue. But then the black is what I got, and I have no regrets. I mean, this is a review unit. This is something I bought though, the S8. But I like the black, so let's just leave it at that. Um, Moving on. Uh, okay, now here's a rude answer I can give. Picking questions. What are your YouTube earnings? What is the salary of cable destroyer? The answer is none of your freaking business, mate. How do people think it's just uh, it's a question you get to ask? I mean, it's just you know private. What money I make, I don't ask you how much you make. So uh, yeah, I just picked it so that I get this question a lot, and I've answered it on Periscope before, but then here we are live. So yeah. So moving on. Will you review the LG G6? No, I will not, but GeekyRanjit will. So check out, he is using the G6 currently and he seems to be liking it a lot. Again, for reasons I've detailed many a time in the past, I wouldn't be covering the LG G6. Moving on. Okay, this is a video by itself. Why do you hate Airtel so much? Well, there are just so many reasons. They've just been sad with regards to everything, right from implementing FUP, right from bringing out new plans and letting people live off old plans. As long as they're charging you more, they never tell you about the new plans. But if the new plans were priced higher, or if they were cutting down your data, then you get automatically transferred over to it. A lot of these underhanded tactics, and of course their advertisements where they talk about, oh my god, blazing speeds and streaming unlimited internet, and then when you look at the fine print, it's 4 gigs. This is for broadband. Stuff like that from Airtel just makes me hate them a lot. So moving on, let's actually go refresh. Okay. Have I faced any red tint issues with the S8? I haven't. My phones, there are no issues with the displays. I haven't faced any. Okay, so this will be this is probably going to be the last question. So you don't do phone case videos nowadays, any reason, or you just lost interest? I guess you guys lost interest, because if you look at it, I've not been seeing any engagement on these videos. Nobody seems to care, and then why spend the money, buy the case, review it, and nobody really cares about it. So that's all there is to it. So if you guys want to see phone case reviews, let me know in the comments below, and let's see if we can make that happen. So anyway guys, that's it for the first episode number 48, Ash Answers, but first live video on C4ETech. Actually second. I actually did one live video before this. I'm not going to tell you which one, because let's not talk about it. Anyway guys, that's it for today's episode of Ash Answers. If you did like the video, you know what to do. Go ahead, give it a thumbs up. But if you didn't like it, go ahead, vote it down. That's okay as well. And I'm sorry about the vibration and whatnot. If I'm doing a live stream in the future, I'd make sure I'm better prepared for it. But then I had to start somewhere, so I decided to do it this time. So let me know what you thought about it. Please let me know in the comments. Your feedback is very helpful, and that's what helps us, grow and evolve. So that's it guys. Give this video a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. Oh yeah, hit that bell icon down below if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed, do that so that you get notified each time a new video goes live here on C4ETech. And S8, oh yeah, the S8, S8 Plus. What kind of videos do you want to watch? Yes, somebody had actually tweeted out asking for a S8 versus iPhone 7 Plus camera comparison. Is that something you'd be interested in seeing? If yes, let me know again, comments. And yeah, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this here's Ash. You've been watching C4ETech, and I'm leaving for the moment. Have a nice day. Bye bye now.